I'm kind of annoyed at pink, but at the same time, it's like, well, I'm getting some intended assistance, so that's cool. It's not helping, it's hurting a little bit, but
I haven't found the piece yet. I mean, this is all relevant, it's all important, but I don't have the piece yet. Let's see if this is it. It probably isn't it, but I don't know what else to do, so let's see if this is it. Another one, please. It may be the time you've been waiting for. This is your role.
I kind of want to, but I haven't done it before. But
You've seen it enough for now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
stick that in a pocket or somewhere and just find your place. No, we just like it for it not to be brand new people, the very first people to raise their hands. And green shirt, we don't usually sit in chairs in Constellation, so if you want to sit down on the ground or, I'm sorry. You're gonna be so amused when you find out what your role is.
I can't sit in a chair. That's what I really want to do.
And what does it mean when you say you want to sit in the chair? What does that accomplish? What
It
does that do?
feels, somehow, it was not feeling right to stay up here for the authority. It was feeling like I was sort of getting more power by sitting in the chair. I'm still above them. I definitely don't want to sit on the floor, so I guess I'll just stand. But it felt like sitting in a chair, almost like in a throne. The chair has some authority somehow for this one. But I will follow the rules.
Yeah.
Begrudgingly.
On the record, we got it. And new one, what's going on for you?
I feel it's like I feel all this pressure, and I want to be in the middle. I just like really want to be in the middle of everyone, but I don't really want to actually relate to any of them, but I kind of want to set off a bomb, but I'm not like ready to do it. It's like I want to just explode. Like I feel like I want to like.
And the intended positive of setting off a bomb is what?
Just to shake them all up, like out of whatever they're stuck in. Like it just feels like they're not even looking at each other in a way that they're seeing each other, and I feel like I can't be seen in that.
Is it, just so I know what you mean by that, is that because of everything, you're kind of invisible to them, or you don't want to be seen?
I don't want to be seen.
You don't want to be seen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do and I don't.
Yeah, okay, got it, well noticed. Obviously, green and dress changed your positions when this one came in, so green, can you see what happened when this one came in?
I was starting to feel like I wanted to sit down in the chair
Before. Okay.
and sort of like this one, just sort of, there wasn't a reason not to do that, and I was wanting to do that.
Okay.
But this is feeling like so much of a mess to me now, I just want to walk out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say this is really a mess?
This is really a mess.
It quite a bit is. And you also changed your position?
That was more in relation to green.
Okay.
Yeah, just being equal with that one, or once they were willing to de-escalate me too. I don't notice this one so much, although like it does seem like a good place for that one in the middle, but I don't have a particular reaction.
And any change, for you
I was
in the
just gonna
back?
say, I hate to say this, but I was realizing that now that the shades are down, I feel more, I guess I did want to look outside.
Yeah,
It's now not feeling as good.
yeah. That's an interesting, because of course I was just doing it so that,
Yeah,
the folks at home could have a better view, but it's, those kinds of things tend to be part of the constellation. You think they're just technical and they're not. Do you notice the new one at all, Shaw?
I mean, I noticed that one's positioning and some kind of movement. Not in particular. It's more like nothing's moving, and I do feel a little trapped is a little strong, but since the shades went down, I kind of feel more aware that I'm in the situation.
Yeah. Can you just say, I'm trapped?
I'm trapped.
Yeah.
I'm trapped.
Yeah. And any experience for you with this new one?
The new one dispelled a lot of the pressure I was feeling. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so I was able.
So that
to
was
kind
a
of sit up.
useful.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And may I have your card, new one? Just so the ones at home can know who you are. So the one on the ground, the new one, this one. There we go.
So I just want to walk away and turn my back on the whole thing.
Okay. What's going on for you? I haven't checked in with you much, White Jacket.
Went too far away. I got scared.
Okay.
And before this one came, I kept going way down into the ground, thinking something or someone would come up from the inside, deep down, and save us. And then this one showed up, and I looked and I went, oh, I guess no one's gonna save us.
Can you say that into this space?
I wanted,
No, just the last bit.
No
Oh,
one's-
no one's gonna say
oh, no one's gonna save us. The one that I thought was gonna save us is even more trouble.
this. So it's actually really useful, the constellation, to just say, oh, no one's going to save us.
Oh, no one's going to save us.
Yeah. Shawl, any changes for you?
I did notice that when that one went over there, I wanted to look in the empty space, where that one was. I just did that a few times. I didn't have any feeling or thought, I just found myself wanting to look over there.
Okay. So can you look over there? Can you actually just stop and look there?
Feels now like an abandoned situation.
Yeah. Yes, in the back.
So even though I've turned my back on it, I am like listening to every word.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of pretending. This is a posture, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whenever that one talks, I want to kind of look at that one.
So I'm sorry, I need one more. One more. Anyone who's ready to step in? No? No? Excellent. I just want you to step into this spot. And can you stop turning for one moment and look at this one? Green in the back, can you just confirm, was this the right spot? I just want to make sure. Is that basically where you were?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Turned a little bit more towards the dress in the corner.
Right, and at this point, I just want to connect these two
Yeah.
up, but I wanted to make sure it was the right spot on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. What happens for you?
This is good.
This is it.
Big presence.
This is it. Okay. Does this stop the spinning?
This is a lot of peace.
Yeah.
There's
And what is your experience in here?
Racing, I feel good.
Yeah. Are you connected with this one? Yeah. Do you guys have some sense of wanting to come closer or connect more? This is good. Okay. Okay. So I want to feel that something shifted in the system when we brought this in. And here's the deal. I don't know what it is. Huh. But now we're kind of ready to make some adjustments. I just want to check in. Anybody else have any reactions to bringing this one into this spot? Yeah.
I feel it like when the blue dress goes down, I feel better. I just want to voice that over the course of these events, the longer I've been under the sense of oppression, my gas tank, my resiliency or whatnot has steadily been declining, and I felt the last 5 minutes that I crossed some threshold, and I feel that I lost some humanity. When I think of myself, I'm envisioning scrap metal. Like I feel like I'm totally dissociated at this point. Like I'm kind of.
Is some corner being turned, however, with these new elements, or with dress having sat down and this one coming in?
I was waiting to see if that would happen. I've been
Yeah.
watching for that, and I said, okay, this one's going down. I'm wondering if I'm going to feel the lift, but I feel like, well, it's kind of too late for that. Like there's a damage has been done, of like a finite thing has been kind of.
Well, let's hope that's not true. And you did sit down, so what was that for you?
I mean, even before that one came in, I was feeling really tired. I think when that one left, it was kind of like the adrenaline keeping me up was gone, and like I just felt like really, really weighty, in a sense of like maybe I'm more a part of this than I think I am. Or like I was just, I don't know. I just was feeling really tired.
And the one in the middle, what's going on for you? Are you still having the experience you're having, or has it changed at all?
It's changed a little bit. Like, I still kind of I want to hide, but I want to kind of like sort of look around. And when the new one came in, I felt like something lightened a little bit because I was armoring myself really intensely, and it felt like that could relax just a tiny bit.
Okay, I'm going to do the reveal, so if there's someone who has something that they want to say before I do that, has just a change or something.
I just want to say I'm feeling a lot of tenderness for this
Oh, good.
one. And I also wanted, again, I had a very quick thought that I was supposed to try to bring this one in. That one in, back.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes?
I didn't feel like I was saved, but I felt like when the one in the black pants took that position, that finally somebody was where they belonged, and so that the rest of us could start to become where we belonged. Not easily, but at least there was one person finally in where they belonged.
It wasn't possible until that one.
Right.
Yeah.
I couldn't, I was just,
Yeah. Okay.
and there's still I feel a lot of difficulty, but
Yeah.
it's like, oh, finally, one person is where they belong.
Okay.
So the jockeying maybe might sort itself out.
Okay. Okay, and again, if people want to adjust or anything, feel free to do that, but I'm gonna share what's going on, rather than have Stephanie do it, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Kang's 8 years old, and he's doing way more fear and anxiety than any 8-year-old ought to be doing.
Hey, Leslie, King is 5.
Five, thank you. Thank you for the correction. So his parents were both born in Vietnam. The jacket right here is his mother. This is Kang, if we haven't guessed by now. And out by the door now is Kang's fear, which makes those interactions earlier on between Kang and his fear really interesting, where Kang gave the fear the finger and all that. That was very interesting. Yeah. And what was that sentence that really moved me? Do you remember?
You're the problem.
You're the problem. You're the problem. Yeah. And the fear kept him saying, I just want to clean this mess up. I just want to clean this mess up. So whenever there's something that's driving us nuts, we can always, the constellations almost always reveal the positive intention behind the experience that's so painful for the person. Yeah? Just want to clean this mess up. Now, Kang can't clean this mess up. That's way past his pay grade. But he's doing his best. Okay, so this is Mom. Mom does a bunch of anxiety too. She's earned it very fairly. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of detail, but she's got like 13 siblings, and they saw war, parents saw war, many siblings, including Stephanie, were refugees, had some pretty horrific experiences. In some ways, Kang's mom had it, quote unquote, easiest of the lot, given some of the ways things unfolded for the family. But even under those circumstances, Mom was quite a challenge. Dad was not around at all. Dad had 13 kids with this woman, but wasn't around at all. And they're in the United States now, of course, in Houston. And Mom's doing pretty well in the world. Gotten divorced from Dad, who has gone back to Vietnam and lives in Vietnam. Visits occasionally, doesn't have a ton of connection with Kang. Basically, there wasn't any big problem in the relationship. Mom just fell in love with somebody else, and so that brought the relationship to an end. Okay. In pink on the floor is Vietnam. Who wanted to comfort Kang? In real life, Vietnam freaks Kang out. They visit on a regular basis, and it's a scary place, as you can imagine, for a 5-year-old kid who's used to Houston, you know. And he probably senses that a lot of very difficult things happen for his family there. Yeah. Vietnam's doing a great deal better now these days, but still. Over there, went down, unfortunately, is Dad's dad, who was in the South Vietnamese Army. We don't know what his war was like, but in the end, when, you know, reunification took place by force, of course, he spent 1 year in a re-education camp before getting married and having kids. So that track thing. Yeah. In the middle is Dad's elder sibling, elder brother, who died when he was 6 months old of some run-of-the-mill sickness of some sort or another. Firstborn, and you immediately followed. Okay, so you were the next born. I don't know what that is, but it's whatever is more proper than Kang's fear. It's what Kang's fear is attempting to include and somehow got lost. And everyone feels better with it included again. And you're the only one who feels resourceful. Even Vietnam is sitting on the ground.
Since I stuck here, the word peace comes. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what comes.
Yeah.
Bringing peace and harmony.
And that's all I felt from that.
Yeah. So you can just tell everyone, it's actually not, my guess is you're not peace. My guess is you're an element of father's side of the family that suffered greatly, but now it's at peace.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. And these guys haven't gotten the energetic news. So can you just sort of look at everybody and say, I'm okay?
I'm okay.
And that's good. Grandpa's getting up a little bit. So, can you just take a moment, because you seem so resourceful. Let's start over there. Can you just go over there and just connect? Yeah. And you can say, I'm okay.
Okay.
And can you say to Kang's grandfather, it was hard.
It was hard.
And then you can say, it's over.
It's over.
How's that, Grandpa?
Just wanting to look at that one.
Can you say a little louder?
I just find myself now wanting
Excellent,
to, just
excellent.
the attention was right there.
So can you say to him, this may be your son, grandson, I don't know, yeah? You may be an event, yeah? Can you say, that's your son?
That's your son.
And then if he's got attention on that, can you just say something like, you want to go over there? I'll go with you.
Do you have to go over there? No, I can go with you.
It's very mixed. Kind of does and kind of doesn't.
A little bit louder, I'm sorry.
Kind of, it just is a mixed feeling. It's kind of, I kind of want to go ahead because I'm looking at it, but I'm not sure if I want to.
Can you say him rather than it?
I'm not sure if I want to.
Can you speak up a little bit? I'm sorry, it's really hard to hear.
I don't think I want to go over there.
Yeah. So whatever you are, can you go over first? And as you're connecting with this one, can you just look at his father?
Can I go too?
Sure. Little brother. And there's plenty going on Mom's side, but it was clear from the beginning that most of Kang's stuff was related to Dad, so we haven't been paying as much attention to Mom.
No.
Even though we could certainly do a part B on Mom's side.
Yeah, I feel like taking my rightful position, but stepping back.
If you're wanting to connect with your son, feel free to do that any time. You might want to check whether it's okay with him, but anything in the direction of proper parenthood is cool. Vietnam, how you doing down there?
My attention's on that one.
So on Kang's uncle.
Yeah.
Once we do the reveal, we can start referring to them as him and she and their names. And whatever you represent that's so resourceful, you just reach out and leave it like that until he reaches back. There's no force, there's no insistence, it's just an invitation. For the father, the loss of a firstborn son is a pretty big deal. Yeah, just put your hand right there. And firstborn son, if at any time you feel a desire to shift your position, you can do that too. So Grandpa, just put your hand on your son's left shoulder. There you go. It's time for the two of you to be reunited.
I want to say I'm sorry, but I don't know how to say it.
Just say, I missed you desperately, my son.
I missed you desperately.
And son, if you guys are feeling connected, you can put your head on your dad's knee there and just be together again.
Oh.
And you can stay connected, resourceful one, whatever you are, to the son and to the father. There you go. So my impression is that the loss of the son is connected to, it was in devotion to all the other losses. The son went to be with the other dead ones, the other lost ones. And then the son can say, I missed you too, Dad. Wish we knew some Vietnamese. And then the resourceful one, can you say, you always belong to each other.
You always belong to each other.
And to me.
And to me.
There we go. That's a nice big breath.
I want to say something to him about it good.
You can look at him, the two of you can look at each other and say, you were here only 6 months.
Did good.
Can you say, you were only here 6 months?
You're only here 6 months.
But I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Now, Grandpa, can you look at your second son who's sitting across from you right here and say, this is your older brother.
This is your older brother.
I really missed him.
I really missed him. Guess it affected how I related to you. So.
Yeah. You can say, I missed him so much I couldn't see you so well.
I missed him so much that I couldn't see you as well.
But I see you now.
But I see you now.
So can you look at your firstborn son and say, that's your little brother? That's your little brother.
That's That's your little brother.
And can the two brothers look at each other?
I feel a little jealous of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like so
The dead one is, being the sibling who follows a lost sibling is an extremely difficult thing. Hold on, a little bit by little bit, yeah? So, what's your experience? What's going on?
I feel like I wasn't, like they all wanted me to not be there. Like they wanted me to be there, but they all wanted to forget.
Yes, exactly. It's too painful, right? Yeah, the loss is too hard. So we'll repeat some of the sentences that fix that. Say, I see you now, my son.
I see you now, my son.
And I see your younger brother.
And I see your younger brother.
I didn't see either of you very well.
I couldn't see either of you.
It was too hard.
It was just too hard.
But I see you now.
I see you now.
Now, you can help bridge the gap. If you can scooch just a little bit, and you don't have to say connected so much with Grandpa, but just connect with Kang's dad. Yeah. And now you two can probably connect. Are you ready? Dad can reach out to him. There you go.
I feel a little anxious because I don't want him to be upset.
Yeah. So let's just do, hi little brother. Hi big brother.
Hello, brother.
Can you say we all missed you?
We all miss. No.
And then we could have the other ones. I don't know how many siblings they had, but there were more. Okay, so how are you doing out there? Just hanging out. Okay. How's Mom doing?
Good. I feel like I was carrying a burden for my husband.
Yeah, this happens. Yeah.
I also feel like I want my son to be connected to the healing of the men in the line, but I don't think that's something I can do.
No.
So
can you just look at your
want that to be true, but I can't do it.
Your ex-husband and the father of your son? Can you two look at each other and say, "That's a good place for you"?
That's a good place for you.
I'm glad you have that.
I'm glad you have that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I had a little chat with Kang's mom, and Kang's mom really wasn't aware how important having dad in the family is. So she wasn't working real hard to have dad in the family. So this may change going forward. Maybe more Skype sessions or something, from Vietnam, so that Kang can have his dad a little bit more. So can you look at him and say, I see your son needs you.
I see your son needs you.
And him.
And
Father line, that stuff that you were just saying before.
And
right?
your father and your grandfather. He needs the love of his father line, of his father and grandfather and great grandfather.
How you doing, Kang?
A lot of the kind of stress, tension, anxiety stuff is decreasing, so I'm relaxing a bit.
Yeah. And your grandpa's looking at you. This music is actually kind of nice. It's not Vietnamese, but it's kind of a nice soundtrack. So, Grandpa, could you look at your grandson? Say hi, grandson.
Yeah, I've been wanting to look at him. I've been looking at him.
Yeah. Can you say, this is your uncle?
This is your uncle.
And Uncle, you can do whatever you can to not wrench your neck, but can you look at your nephew, who, of course, you never met?
Yep. Him. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
We're really serious on the side of the family, everybody.
So my apologies, Stephanie, I can't really include it in there, but the lost brother and Kang are looking at each other.
Okay.
I feel that I don't want to see this in a sense. I just want to own that this role is the internal dialogue is all very haughty, very sassy.
Yeah,
But-
he's being real big in his family.
Yeah,
He's also
like-
smart as a whip.
but I just don't. This shit is not my problem. You guys need to handle this. That's all I'm saying. Is just like get it taken care of. Quit looking at me. I don't want to deal with this. Like sort yourself out. Like I'm sick of your garbage.
Even that's kind of big.
Yeah.
It's not the sort of, oh gosh, it's not my business kind of thing.
Yeah.
So can you actually look at your fear, which actually is probably not your fear anymore. It's something else, which we can turn into something else, can be redirected. It's some aspect of your power in the world, an agency in the world, right? And what we might have called formerly Kang's fear, I don't know what we call it now. If you come up with a word as you're feeling a change, let us know.
The word that's been coming up for me is pride.
Pride in self, in,
I think so. Self, legacy, and
Legacy.
family.
okay. Okay. So can you say, or find your version of this, but this is often what happens, can you say to Kang, I'm just figuring out that instead of being victims, they're actually all really strong.
I'm
Something
just
like that.
figuring out that instead of being victims, they're actually all really strong.
To have survived what they survived.
To survive what they survived.
So, Uncle, what's going on?
Just feel really emotional.
Yeah.
Crying,
Yeah, that's good.
and I don't really know why. It just feels like so nervous. Like
Yeah.
maybe that I'm not like hidden anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So you say it's good to be seen.
Yeah. Even if he doesn't want to deal with it, it's like
So can you say it's good to, well, it's not your nephew's job to see you.
right.
It's your dad's
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
So can you just say it's good to be seen by the right
It's
ones?
good to be seen better.
And nephew, you don't have to see me, but you have my blessing anyway.
And if you don't have to see me, but you have my blessing.
So what I'd really like is we need to switch some stuff up here. We're going to let the uncle be part of the peaceful dead. We're going to leave you on the ground. But if you and you could help Grandpa get up and stay connected to his son, but we need the big one to get up. And you're going to stay connected, not going to leave. Can you say, you're always in my heart,
You're always in my heart,
and the living ones need me.
and the living ones need me.
And you can stay right here. You can even have your foot touching, so you can stay nice and connected. And then can we have you two, son?
You too, son.
And you'll stay connected as well. Can you come over here somewhere? And I have a very short one. Yes, just somewhere in there, it's fine. I just need a couple of representatives. All you're going to do is lay down for a little while. One. Just lay down here. We just need some more peaceful Vietnamese dead. So you can have some company. One is fun. And you two can hold hands. And then Vietnam, can you come around? And maybe kneel right here and just look at all of them and say, I got them.
I got them.
And you can touch them. Because they're literally in your soil. Yeah. Yeah. And now actually, we're going to need to adjust this just a little bit because it's not quite right. Can you guys scoochy, scoochy, scoochy so you're parallel like with this edge of the rug? And everyone adjust in the same way. Yeah. Yeah. And stay connected with the dead. Yeah. And then can you guys do a 180? Now I really do have to move this.
I've always felt like I'm supposed to be drawing that green.
Yeah.
Now whatever it is, still come
It's
closer.
Whatever it is, yeah.
So I'm wanting to be a resource for Kang, but I can't do that, I feel, unless Kang wants me. Whatever I am, for sure.
So can you say, Kang, I'm yours.
Kang, I'm yours.
I serve you.
I served you.
I serve you.
Oh, I serve you.
And I get my strength from them.
And I get my strength from them.
So he's just a 5-year-old boy. We're not going to put him too much in charge. Would you come on over here? Come over here. Stand in the middle, okay, like this. There you go. And then just come on closer. And can you sit on it? And I'm going to ask what that's like in a moment. I just want it to settle for a second and see what happens and what anyone's feelings are. And can you come around, actually come over and just kind of actually be with Kang, because you're awesome. And just connect in some way. So Kang, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I want to say this one just seems really dangerous to me. I don't know.
The one that was formerly your fear?
Yeah.
So can you sit down, be a little 5-year-old boy's version of this pride? And see if that changes anything.
Maybe I'm power.
And 5-year-old boy, what does he need power for? Learning, going to school, figuring out the alphabet, how to deal with his peers a little bit. It's not an adult version of all that stuff, right? It's basically growing and learning. That's it. Is that shifting at all, Kang?
No, I don't feel like it's power. I do think it's some kind of gift for Kang or whatnot.
Yeah.
I feel like Kang's got the shine, but
what a nice way to put it.
Yeah, and then just how to relate to that is just it's dangerous. They can go any way.
Yeah.
It's just it's not grounded yet. It can kind of go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
And so, but just to vocalize that.
Yeah.
Um,
So grandpa and father, can you really connect with this, whatever the shine is? Yeah? With them more stabilized? King doesn't have to worry about this going wrong. Yeah? Because, I mean, that's something we all can kind of relate to, my thing going wrong. But when we're rooted in the lineage and all that stuff, that's just a non-issue. It's actually not relevant. Yeah? Kang's been using some part of his consciousness to, at a conscious level, to protect himself from lots of danger, yeah, that isn't actually there. Yeah. And at the unconscious level, to belong to his family. Yeah. What does it mean to Kang to, like, not have to do that anymore? To just belong to his family because he's born into it, and that's it. And he gets to be, this is the deal, him and his cousins are the first one in several generations who get to be in a place of peace. That's a difficult privilege. Even saying that, does that make any difference, Kang?
Yeah, like I'm very jittery. Like I feel like it's a system that's accustomed to running on 10 watts.
Yeah,
and now there's like 50 watts in it, and
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
so integrating the power is like the challenge.
Yeah. And someone for a really quick last roll. This will be fun. Excellent. Can you just stand next to Kang by his right shoulder? Make a connection, look at Vietnam, and Vietnam look at you. You're the United States. You're his actual home now. You can actually kind of squat the way Vietnam is, and make a connection with Kang. And Vietnam, can you say to Kang, you'll always be, you are my son.
You are my son.
Can you look at the U.S. and say, take good care of him?
Take good care of him.
Can you say thank you? You can tell, I've talked to them a little, he's a very American little boy. And that's difficult to be the first generation. It's really tricky.
I feel all his confusion right now.
Yeah.
Just suddenly like, oh.
So how does that feel to have the U.S. there?
That's the most safest thing in the.
Yeah. Can you say, I'm glad I'm here?
Right.
And it is. I mean, that's actually really congruent. Now, Vietnam is actually safe now too, right? It's not more. It's actually it's doing pretty well, yeah? So Kang, we're just going to have you do this on automatic, on manual, okay? Can you look at Vietnam, even if you don't feel it, say thank you for my life.
Thank you for my life.
Thank you for my parents' lives.
Thank you for my parents' lives.
I'm glad I'm here.
I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah. Part of the Vietnamese diaspora. Is it easier to sort of, what's the relationship with Vietnam now? And with all this generally, but.
Yeah, it just all feels dangerous. It's all that kind of buzzy anxiety.
Yeah.
Feeling,
Yeah.
Just wanting to say, I've been saying like, you don't have to understand it all now, son. You don't have to understand it all now.
Yeah. So you live in the United States. Can you come over here?
Mm-hmm.
Next to you, son. I think his mom likes living here and doesn't, is not inclined in any way to go back, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say to King, this is your home now?
This is your home now.
A lot of our family's there, but this is our home.
A lot of our family is there, but this is our home here.
Yeah, that was really soothing.
Okay, good. Can you say, thanks, Mom?
Thanks, Mom.
I want to say that
Yeah.
they're okay.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to worry about them.
Excellent.
So all of the family over there in Vietnam, they're okay.
There's no danger anymore.
There's no danger anymore, and you don't have to worry for them or be afraid for them.
It wasn't terribly long ago, but it is over. Yeah.
It wasn't terribly long ago, but it is over. And we're here.
Yeah, I feel like I'm differentiating now. But
Yeah.
kinda, finally.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Kang's been fighting Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Without anything to justify it. You know, all he's got is normal, everyday suburban dangers. Yeah?
Such an American voice. Like
And can you say, and your father's in Vietnam, but you can have your father too?
Your father's in Vietnam, but you can have your father too. I feel like what happened for me as the mother was I actually got my respect back for the father.
Good.
For my son's father.
Excellent.
And I didn't want to hold his hand or touch him,
Yeah.
but I felt a honoring of him that I had lost because I felt so burdened.
So can we just have a little interaction here? Stand up straight, and however you connect with your son, a little on the head or something like that, yeah. Can you two look at each other and do the classic words? Thank you for our son.
Thank you for our son.
Same thing.
thank you for our son.
And let's do these formal words. Can you say, thank you for the bond. Please bless me as I choose another.
Thank you for the bond. Please bless me as I choose another.
You say the same thing.
Have I chosen another?
Sometime in the future, whatever it is, we don't know what your fate is.
Thank you for the bond. Please bless me as I choose another.
And can you say to Ken, I'm always your father?
I'm always your father.
How you doing, King?
Good.
A lot of this was a little bit past your pay grade, but it's always really helpful for the children when the parents respect each other. Generally, how are you doing? King?
Good.
How do you feel about this figure here?
The father?
No, this one on the ground.
Now that that's kind of being held over there and I've differentiated from it, I feel safer. It's really important for me to be anchored over here on this side.
Yeah. So can you say, I give my fear back to them?
I give my fear back to them.
How is that?
Good.
Yeah.
The more I can separate, the better.
Yeah. But still include and see and stay connected, yeah? Yeah. So, Grandpa, can you say that's a good place for you, my grandson?
Looks like a good place for you.
Can you say thanks, Grandpa?
Thanks, Grandpa.
Yeah. Okay, so can this whole boat just turn in that direction?
This boat here, the
Yeah.
American boat.
Yeah, the Kang boat. So these are your ancestors behind you? Huh? Sure, yeah. but you're facing that way. How's that, King?
That's good.
Yeah. So you're going in that direction. Does the support feel okay? Is the touch okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that would make this better that you're aware of?
No.
Okay. Can you just look over at the US? Over here on this side? Who you really like? Everyone just take a breath. And we'll let Kang be a very little boy. And let all of this, the rest of it, be way past his pay grade. And we'll leave the constellation here. Everyone can take your roles again. Yourselves again. Those roles. Okay, let's do the little ritual. Stephanie, you'll want to unmute yourself. So, and if Kate is there, she can join in this as well. We'll just go around. Let's start on this side. People just say their names. I am fill in the name. I represented blah blah blah. And Stephanie and Kate say thank you.
I'm Sharon. I represented Kang's mother.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'm sorry, if you didn't have a role, my name is, I was a witness.
My name is Jay, and I'm a witness.
Thank you.
My name is Heita, and I represented the resourceful one.
Thank you.
My name is Janine, and I was Kate.
My name is Molly, and I represented King's fear transmitted to some resource.
Thank you.
My name is Caroline, and I was a witness.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Nathan, and I was a witness.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Anka, and I was King's uncle.
Thank you.
My name is Chrysalis, and I was Kang's grandfather.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Zach, and I represent the United States.
Woo! Thank you.
Because of course, Stephanie and Kate were born in Vietnam, and so they're here for a reason.
Not that we don't appreciate our other role, but we escape from lots of danger to be here. Yeah. So, well, thank you.
My name is Golan, and I was a witness.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Daniel, and I was a witness.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Robin, and I was a witness.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name's Tim, and I represented the Peaceful Dad.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Robin, and I represented Vietnam.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name's Daniel. I represented Kang.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. At this point, what I do is I just share a few words. It's a terrible time, but it's only better than all the other times. To share what's going on next. For those of you who are interested in other activities, our next Family Constellations is in a month almost, so please feel free to come back for that. I have started doing, having a particular focus, bringing a lot of my change work, which is not limited to family constellations, I do NLP as well, to supporting alternative practitioners and coaches in their businesses. So I'm doing monthly free business clearing and change work calls. The next one's June 11th. If you're interested, let me know. I'll get you the phone numbers for that. Starting in July, actually, the title of this one is You Are of Infinite Value, which is a fundamental reframe for anyone who's having money problems, because that's probably gotten confused. And how much money we have or don't have is getting linked up with our sense of our value in the world. So that's the title of my next teleseries, 6 weeks long. Let me know if you're interested in that. I bring a lot of family constellation stuff to work through systemically through the ancestral issues. If you have poverty in your background, betrayals, financial losses, bad rich people, whatever it is, money issues in your history, this does a lot of work clearing all that. I also offer for new clients only free phone consultations. Sign up on those on the sign-in sheet. I have private sessions in constellations here, sessions I do in Oakland in my office in Oakland. So speak to me during the break about any of those or sign up on the sheet for any of them. Again, pop a 5 in the jar if you haven't done that yet, sign on in. If you want to be on my newsletter, make sure your email is clear and easy to read. And this is a break. I invite you to be as quick as possible so we can have as much time for the second constellation as possible. Bathroom is outside. You got to go in the main building to get to it. And have a break. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Leslie. I really appreciate it. It was
sure. I know there was
we appreciate it.
Yeah, I know that there's no perfect sort of video of all that, but I hope you had a good feeling for the structure of the constellation and where things were happening and who was speaking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's check in a little bit, but otherwise I'll let you guys go to bed.
Alrighty. Okay. Good night. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.